There is a reason. There is a huge, massive, enormous, a giant reason why you are not simply going to be able to stop thinking about something very specific. My gorgeous Virgolini, you have been through within the last months or so, maybe even within the last couple of months. You have been through something really major. You have been through something really huge, something massive, and it's like some kind of adventure, something that opened your eyes, something that brought so much clarity into your life, something that rejuvenated you, and something that made you aware of the fact how passionate you felt about something where you have found yourself at. This is a very, very powerful sign, my gorgeous Virgo. This is a lot to do with your spirit calling. This is a lot to do with your soul, and this is a lot to do with your spiritual journey, and most importantly, it's to do with your destiny. So my gorgeous Virgolini, you have been through something major within the last couple of months. Perhaps you went somewhere, perhaps you did something. Whatever it happened, it made you feel so passionate, and the passion that you felt, it was like nothing you felt ever before in your entire life. And sometimes when we go through such a mind-blowing passion, at the time when we are living this, at the time when this is happening, we feel good, we feel brilliant, we feel amazing, but we are not able to understand and recognize the full extent of all this, the way we are going to be persistent with this feeling, the way this is going to unfold into every single aspect of our lives, to the point where we are constantly going to be reminded of this until we realize that this is something that we will never, ever going to be able to ignore. You see what I mean? My gorgeous Virgolini, something made a huge impact on your life within the last couple of months. And as I said, it's like it's some kind of adventure. And at the time, we feel good, but we don't realize until later on, until we leave that dimension, okay? And then we move on. When we move on from that dimension, sometime later, this is kind of felt in a completely different light. And it helps us to reconnect with ourselves, and it helps us to see things in a different light. And once we start seeing things in a different light, it all start making sense. Why you have kind of why you felt stuck with certain aspects of your life, and why you didn't make a certain decisions at the time when it did really when you would surprise yourself. Well, if you did make a certain decisions, you would never be brought to this absolutely mind-blowing, beautiful part of your spiritual journey. What can I say? It's to do with your destiny. And what can I say? It's to do with something that you must not ignore whatsoever. Not only you stepping into this part of your life, it's going to change your life forever in the best possible way, but it's also going to change the lives of those who are very close to you, and somebody very special to you, somebody who you get on with like there is no tomorrow, perhaps a friend who you had for your whole life, or somebody who clearly understands you more than you understand yourself. It's also gonna tell you that you look different, you feel different, you look more radiant, and they're also going to suggest that you should be doing this. And this is going to surprise you, but that this is going to come from one particular person. But once it comes from that particular person, I think that this is going to mean to you so much. It is going to surprise you that this person is telling you this, but then again, you're going to also like the fact that they see what you see. They know what you know. They feel what you feel. It's like, oh my God, this is gonna be mental. And at the same time, when you are thinking about what you've been through, just remember this is about something that you've been through within the last couple of months, my gorgeous Virgolini. And when it comes to what you're going to be thinking about at the same time, there is a sign that you are going to have. There is a very powerful sign that you are going to have. And this sign is going to come again in a form of some kind of an animal. And that animal is going to be either doing something weird, it's gonna sound weird, or it's maybe going to be something very unusual about the way this animal is gonna look. But at around that time, you need to understand that there is a sign that you are going to have. So first of all, you're gonna see an unusual animal, but then at the same time, as soon as that happens, it's all about reflecting what was on your mind at that moment in time. And you will see that you were questioning yourself about something that you shouldn't question, and you're also going to realize that you were thinking about something really, really specific here. And you will fully understand the meaning of this omen, the meaning of this sign that you are going to have. And you will know, oh my God, it just confirmed what exactly was on my mind. And this is the message that this animal is actually going to bring into your life as well. So you're going to feel this on a completely different spiritual level. It's a lot going to come from your subconscious mind. Like, for example, you're going to be feeling things without being able to understand them. But one thing is going to be for certain. This is creating a path on your spiritual journey, and so many of you are going to find the meaning in life again. Okay, and I'm not saying that you've lost the meaning in life, but this is bringing such a powerful energy, and then you're gonna be left with absolutely no option but to make certain changes in your life. Just remember, my gorgeous Virgolini, just remember, it's about, following your heart. You need to follow your heart. You need to follow the call of your soul. You need to follow your spirit. You need to pay attention to signs. You even need to pay attention to the fact, like, how creative you're going to be. Like when you're thinking about this, it's like you're gonna be so creative, because what you've been through, it's all, like, within the last couple of months, that in itself, it's like showing you the whole new life, the whole new beginning, and a lot of work to be done, like all sorts of work. And you're gonna be surprised yourself, like, oh my God, it's so much to do, so many changes, this is gonna lead towards something major. But you're gonna surprise yourself how ecstatic you're actually going to feel, and this would normally put you off. And I'm not saying that you're one lazy mama. No, baby, no. I'm not saying you're lazy mama, but you will see the creativity, your own creativity, it's a very, very powerful energy that in itself you follow, and you cannot go wrong whatsoever. One of the meanings of this spiritual journey and one of the meanings of life is to follow our creativity, to follow things that we feel passionate about, no matter what they are. This is clearly telling us about our spiritual point, our spiritual journey, but it's also separating us from other spirits and other souls, because we are ever so similar, but then on another hand we are ever so different as well. And this is where your difference is, my gorgeous Virgo. You can very easily find your way amongst things that you are not really too familiar with, as long as you're following your precious energy. Some other signs, they will need a little bit longer, but when it comes to you, this is indeed one of your greatest qualities ever. Okay, so it's all about following your heart when it comes to what you've been through. This is something that is going to be super necessary to bring into your life, because almost as if you don't do this, you're going to be reminded of this, like, until the rest of your spiritual journey. You're always going to be reminded of things like this, because they are part of your destiny. They're part of your destiny, okay? So follow your heart, and it's all about the courage that you're going to have. have, the confidence that you are going to feel. It is a lot about your own independence, but it's also by following your heart, you are going to stay focused, you're going to stay determined, and you are going to start the process of alignment, especially when it comes to your inner happiness. This is to do with your dreams, and it's also to do with things that have been bothering you and making you feel unhappy for so long around you, within you, but you were just maybe ignoring them. You were just maybe you haven't been as honest with yourself, but it doesn't matter. It is all normal. It is all fine. It is going to be absolutely okay. It doesn't really matter, because you are going to have this moment of your own alignment when it comes to your dreams, when it comes to your inner happiness, and I'm not going to lie to you. There are going to be so many things that you're going to be dealing with at the beginning of this week. And something on a personal level, you're going to hear something weird about someone who's very close to you, and then you're going to feel like you need to help them. Yes, you do, because it's to do with somebody really nice, somebody really beautiful, somebody really gorgeous is going to have some kind of a problem, and your help is needed. And bless your heart, you're going to be excited, you're going to be happy when you can help this person, because this is somebody very special in your life who has just found themselves, who's going to find themselves amongst something terrible, something maybe some kind of addicting to something, and that person has found themselves amongst wrong people, blah blah blah, and things like that. So this is going to be taking your energy away, because I know that you're going to be angry with somebody specific who is not your friend, but who is connected to that particular person, for example. But you must not allow this to take the better of you. Be clever like a little kitty, be smart, be clever, because this, you need to understand, you are going to be dealing with multiple things. So it's all about time management and adaptability and balancing your decisions, but you're going to be absolutely fine. This is bringing a balance in itself, where you're going to realize what you need to be patient with, and also that is going to open your eyes, and you're going to go deep, and you're going to go all spiritual, and now suddenly you're going to find meaning in where you thought that you lost your way a little bit, and now you're going to find your meaning, because you're going to realize at the time when you thought that you lost your way a little bit, in a stage, in a period of about a year, a couple of years or so, you're going to realize what exactly happened that you didn't realize before. There is something that you learned, there is something that you went through, that you thought that it was so insignificant, and now it's going to be absolutely major. This is brilliant, because what's happening right now, you are going, do you know what, I know you don't need to gain respect or something. You may say to me, what respect? But this is going to help you to gain a respect, to gain the actual respect, to gain stability, to gain a structure, to gain an authority over your own life, to get your own freedom. And it's also going to it's going to help you to gain practicality, and most importantly, focus, okay? And it's bringing you a focus for it's bringing you focus especially for what you want to do. Focus, baby, confirmation, baby. What exactly do you want to do? Everything else is going to start fading away. Fading away, mama, fading away, mama, fading away, mama. Lots of fading away mamas are going to be all around the place. Everything is going to start becoming so insignificant that was bothering you. And everything, they're going to be huge confirmation with those things that have been making you feel so unhappy. You're going to be left with absolutely no option but to move on with your life. This is brilliant, brilliant. But you need to understand also, my gorgeous Virgolini, that in exactly 6 months' time, you're gonna have a go at me now. Oh God, 6 months time. Who is going to wait six months time? Come on, man. Okay, so in exactly 6 months time, you are going to, so where we are, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. So by the end of March 2024, by the end of March 2024, something absolutely mind-blowing is going to take place. Oh my God. You're gonna feel so proud of yourself. Your life is just gonna have a whole new meaning, and you're gonna be so happy, so delighted that your life has taken this turn. Like, I cannot explain this to you. You're gonna be enjoying things then that you're not enjoying now. You're gonna be living your life with so much more that you're living your life right now, and most importantly, you will be so much happier. So this is gonna lead towards like a public recognition, even towards your own victory, progress, and most importantly towards your own self-confidence as well. By the time you get to the mid part of this week, just remember, like when I say to you, like, that it's all about you feeling how you need to move on with your life. You're gonna feeling like, oh my God, now you're gonna be like a 1,000,000% in that particular mode, because each day as it goes, as it passes, every day it's gonna bring like a new confirmation to you. Yes, I'm not gonna lie to you, things are gonna start to get on your nerves around you. You're gonna start seeing things in a completely different light, in a maybe a little bit of a negative light, but then again, I suppose these emotions and these feelings are pretty much so necessary when it comes to us pushing ourselves, towards an aspect of our life that we do need a little bit of bravery, that we do need to be open-minded, and that where we need to also be as like kind of optimistic as we possibly can. If there is a one single doubt on your mind at this stage of your life, it's like, no baby, no. You know what I mean? So there is something karmically that you still need to work on, which is not a bad thing necessarily, but it just shows you an aspect of your life that you maybe forgot about, and that helps you to kind of focus like where there could be an underlying problem that could have affected you later on in a long run. So it's rather to deal with certain things now. At the end of the day, it all helps you to kind of understand more, things about yourself and yourself in general. But also when it comes to the actual mid part of this week, it's about this restriction. This restriction is going to be on your mind, something that is really shadowing you, something that has been shadowing you like for such a long time here. This restriction is going to be highlighted because you will want to do something at around the midweek. Someone is going to point something out to you. Somebody is going to point something out to you. And what this person is going to point out at you is going to make you realize, oh, I need to do this. And then you're going to realize, oh, for goodness sake, I can't do this because of this stupid restriction. And this is how this restriction is going to be highlighted here, because it's something that has been shadowing you, something that is like a really bad and negative and heavy attachment in your life, something that it's like really kind of making you destructive, and something that is also becoming a very, very toxic in your life. And that in itself, that restriction, it's also gonna be highlighted. Now you will really want to do something about it, and this in itself is going to lead towards you kind of having a very, very interesting realization. Now you're going to have this interesting realization, and that interesting realization which you are going to have, it's the part of the sudden progress that you are going through, and this sudden realization is also going to clearly make you aware of some kind of a decision that you are going to need to make really, really quickly indeed. This decision is going to be both important for your mental and emotional and spiritual well-being, but at the same time it's also going to be as important when it comes to you saving money. This is going to be really, really wise, and it's also going to kind of show you what to kind of pause and slow down with at this stage of your life, what to surrender to at this stage of your life, and also what to let go of, because it's bringing a new perspective into your life where you're going to feel very enlightened, and you're going to see things in a completely different insight, which is going to make you aware of a change and release, confirmation of this release. What do you need to move on from? But most importantly, a sacrifice that you are going to need to make This is going to highlight the sacrifice that you're going to need to make. And it's not only that, you are going to have a clear idea how exactly you're going to do this. And now you're just going to be like, yeah, baby, I'm absolutely going for it. Like there is no tomorrow. By the time you get to the last part of this week, you also must not be surprised by this connection which you are going to have towards the specific herb, flower, or a plant. Something medicinal is going to attract you like there is no tomorrow. So whether you're gonna see it in a book and suddenly you're gonna think like, oh my god, I love this herb plant, whatever it's gonna be, whether you're gonna see it on a TV, on an internet, or whether you're gonna be outside, you're gonna be passing by next to the rosemary or lavender, and then you're gonna touch it, and now suddenly, okay, this attracted me. I remember what Sasha said. You see what I mean? So now you are gonna be attracted by the specific herb and the plant or medicine that I really need you to not to ignore, because that herb, plant or medicine, it's also going to really be so beneficial for some kind of ailment that you're actually going through. If you're not too sure what this herb is doing, just go home and check your Google, check your Google and see which ailments this herb is going to be good for, and trust me, you will be able to recognize almost immediately how much helpful this is actually going to be for you at this stage of your life. So do not ignore this, my gorgeous Virgolini, whatsoever. And also, at around the end of this week, someone is gonna be so missing in your life. There is a specific person that you're really gonna miss, and you're really gonna think like, oh my god, I didn't spend enough time with this particular person. I want to spend more time with this particular person. And maybe I was a little bit like angry or stroppy last time when I saw this particular person, and I don't want to be like that. Almost as if you're gonna be thinking about this specific person, and you will want to go to this specific person and just fix something again. Do it. This is so important. Please do it, whoever this is. Maybe it's your parent, maybe it's your family member, maybe it's some kind of a friend, but please go for it and do it, because I know that you're going to make an important decision to see this person, but there is something very interesting which is actually going to happen once you reconnect with this person as well, where you're going to realize something more about yourself, but more specifically what is actually missing in your life, what has been missing in your life for so long, but you didn't kind of notice because too much was happening lately whatsoever. And also, my gorgeous Virgolini, at around the end of this week, you are you're gonna dream about something. You're going to dream about something, and the dream that you're going to have, whether you're going to be aware of this or not, is going to remind you of some kind of a memories. You're going to be thinking about some kind of a happy memories, and this is so important, happy memories that you're going to be reminded of. So whether you remember the dream or not, and in one of the mornings now suddenly you're going to wake up, maybe you will remember dream, maybe you will not, but you are kind of going to be thinking about a certain happy memories, something from a long time ago. Oh my god, and this is so important because it couldn't have happened at a better time, because these happy memories that you're going to be dreaming of, that you're going to be reminded of, it's also at the same time going to give you courage, so much courage, especially when it comes to you having self-limiting beliefs, especially when it comes to you like really not only releasing like a negative thoughts, but opening to new perspectives. Listen to me very carefully. The dreams that you are going to be reminded of, this happy memory, all happy memories, you're just gonna have happy memories, happy memories. They do not have to be necessarily connected to the dream that you kind of remember, because subconsciously you can dream, you can forget about that dream, and then you're reminded of this, and you're not even too sure whether that was connected to the dream or not. So maybe I should just say, like, as soon as you have a happy memories of your like a childhood or from a long time ago, this is so important, like, oh my god, because it's going to give you a courage when it comes to some kind of self-limiting beliefs, when it comes to you releasing negative thoughts, but most importantly it's going to give you courage to open to new perspectives. This is important when it comes to self-acceptance, but it's also as important when it comes to your freedom as well, because it's going to point out towards something that you need to try again, something that you need to try one more time. But this time it's going to be different. This time it's going to lead towards a huge, a massive, a giant accomplishment, but it's also going to lead towards your own personal evolution. Indeed, it's going to point a very interesting new project that you are going to kind of come across as well. After that moment in time, you're going to find yourself like facing a new project, something that is going to inspire you, but it's a lot to do with the potential, like a new beginning, and new opportunities and growth. This is all going to lead towards your own practicality, especially when it comes to your finances and your financial situation. Oh my God. Okay, my gorgeous Virgolini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Sasha Bonasin, psychic medium. Love you. Bye.